The third step in our journey is service. How do you provide amazing service that sets you apart from your competition? And there isn't a better time to think about service than in a campaign. Unlike business, political campaigns are a zero-sum game. You have one winner and you have one loser. And think about the problem if you had to tap into and connect with 310 million people around the country. What platform would you pick? What would you bet your entire campaign on? And how would you use technology as a weapon to fundamentally change the outcome of an election? Let's take a look at how the Obama campaign used a Service Cloud in the last election cycle.
The day you've been working towards and building towards is suddenly and completely, somehow without warning, it's upon you. And everything has to work. Everything has to go right. I'm getting a little choked up just kind of remembering the emotion of the day.
It was very daunting. I had no idea what we were doing. We were getting millions of messages and had no way to sort them.
What do we need to do? What is going to be required to keep the president in office? What does it look like now in 2012 to empower people, and what's possible now that wasn't possible before?
I had no idea what the expectations were going to be, but I knew that what they needed I could do with Salesforce.
Salesforce has sort of as its core object in a lot of the ways we thought about it, sort of the person at the center. We needed a platform that was going to be fast enough to deploy and develop, massively customizable, easy to scale, and was going to connect in an intelligent, API-driven way to everything else we were doing.
There's no mistaking the importance of what's going on. Everything has to be done as fast as possible. We built the equivalent of a Fortune 500 company in like 7 months.
The ability to scale in the cloud allows you to get to a scale that you don't know you can plan for. We're going to be able to get as big as we need to get without these massive outlays of investment that we could just never handle.
We captured 5.7 million voter inquiries in Salesforce. Each of those became a case.
Our favorite emails to read were the ones that said, "I know no one will read this, but," and we were reading them. Salesforce helped us pick out those really exceptional stories that needed to be heard.
We used the Service Cloud to manage all of our inbound correspondence, custom applications built on the Force.com platform, Chatter with the state budget management application. We had no issues with security. They thought I was like a magician with the stuff I can do very quickly.
Whatever I wanted to do, Edward basically said, yes, we can do it. It was literally a living, breathing program that was changing all the time.
We could not possibly have done what we did without the maturity of cloud computing platforms.
There would be times I'd be at a family party and I'd get an email like, I need to jump on a laptop. You know, where's a laptop? That's the cloud, you know. You've got your internet connection, you've got a phone, laptop, tablet, any device, and you can do everything you need to do.
When a huge problem would erupt, you could take just 20 seconds, think about how you could organize this in Salesforce, and then go full force and fix the problem. We could see in real time what the nation was thinking. So if we had gotten word that we were down in a certain county, we could literally type in that zip code and just focus on those emails if we wanted to.
That's going to be the difference maker, the legacy of Salesforce with campaigns, is the ability to move from idea to application very quickly. That speed to market, that ROI, that speed to value, all that is just invaluable to a campaign because you have no time ever.
Having platforms and dashboards like what we were able to build on Salesforce let us be incredibly intentional about every dollar spent, every conversation we had with every voter. And when you're talking about a couple of thousand votes and a couple of thousand precincts, every vote, every conversation matters a lot.
If you're doing something that people don't like, you'll know it right away through Salesforce. And if you're doing something people like, you'll know it right away through Salesforce.
Salesforce and myself and our team of Salesforce users, we absolutely helped Obama win the election.
What's so powerful about that is that they're able to build very intentional one-to-one relationships. In the same spirit, we're actually going through a major transformation in the healthcare system, where 17% of the economy is being transformed as a result of the Affordable Care Act. And there's no better customer than Sutter Health and what they're doing to leverage technology to fundamentally change the way patients interact with hospitals. They're redefining the model of the payer-provider ecosystem. And I'm honored to invite Jennifer Sierras from Sutter Health, who is the Vice President of Corporate Client Services. Jennifer, welcome.
Great to be here.
Thank you for being here. As many of you know, Sutter Health has about $9 billion in revenue. It's about 50,000 employees and serves millions of people. And Jennifer has been at the vanguard of fundamentally transforming how you deliver service. So talk to us about the impact of the changes that you're driving within Sutter Health and how you're using technology to make that happen.
Sure. We've actually started with some foundational elements this year, and that comes with Service and Sales Cloud. And what we've done, we've been very, very busy in 2013. We've stood up a shared services organization, complete with a shared services center in Roseville, California. We've also started up a health plan, Sutter Health Plus. And we knew that in order to be successful with both of those endeavors, we really needed to have some pivotal technology. And making sure that we had the right customer relationship management system for our patients, for our customers, for our employees was very, very important.
And what's interesting is with the reforms that are being driven now, the very definition of meaningful use, requirements to actually make sure you're engaging with your patients so you're providing meaningful care. How is that going to ricochet through the entire healthcare system from your perspective?
Well, for us, it's really about that connection with our patients. Patient care should never be physically limiting. And so making sure that we have technologies in place that enable us to care, enable us to document specificity, to make sure that all of our care providers are collaborating together in order to provide the very best care for our patients and achieve all of those regulatory requirements is really where we're focusing.
And what's next for Sutter Health as you go through this technology transformation?
So what's next for Sutter? Well, it's crossing into the patient care continuum, making sure that regardless of where care is provided, that could be a hospital, that could be a clinic, that could be a physician's office, that could be a pharmacy, that could be a patient's home. Making sure we have technologies that enable that, and making sure we have very innovative partnerships that make sure that the silos of care today really are joined together in order to provide very, very, very good care to all of our patients.
That's amazing. Thank you very much for being here, and welcome to Dreamforce.
Great to be here.